Well, a number of things. I think that first off, we were on a road to do some major restructuring over the last number of years. Mark Hurd came on board, and we really started focusing on benchmarking our cost centers against best in class in the industry. And so that is, by the way, doing that during the good times has now allowed us some flexibility and freedom. And frankly, one of the things that Mark right now has made an announcement pretty broadly across our organization is we don't want to cut into our muscle. So what we're trying to do is find ways that we can cut costs without impacting the resources that are most customer facing, let's just say. So that's one of the big things that we're doing. And then what we're also trying to do is bring that message out to our customers, because significant cost savings are coming from IT transformation that we're doing ourselves, that we've gone through. And where we were spending about 80% of our budgets on maintenance of systems and 20% on innovation, we've kind of flipped that around now. And so we see it as both something that's been healthy for us, and now it's something we're actually trying to bring out to customers. Clearly, and it depends on what level and how innovative or how much of a leadership player they are, because the ones that are very innovative right now and see this as an opportunity, they're saying, okay, look, we want to do similar things that you did. How can you help us find ways to cut costs? So there's a number of things that we can do to do that. By the way, at the same time, there's kind of three things that we try to do. Reduce costs, how can you align your IT and your business strategies, and then how can you also help get corporate citizenship and messaging out, i.e. like environmental sustainability. So there's a lot of around green IT that's happening. By the way, most of my conversation is in the B2B arena. And then, of course, at a consumer level, we're finding that that people still want to feel good. They still have a need, whether they're sending their kids to school or whatever they're utilizing technology. Technology refresh is something that's paramount. The costs of technology have come down, so they're in their own minds. It's a pretty good deal today. Sure. So what they're looking for is, make sure that the coloring is right, make sure that it's innovative, that there's the latest and greatest that's existing in it, and then a lot of lifestyle stuff. So Vivian 10, this little netbook that we came out with, that we tried to associate a fashion with a netbook or a notebook space, which really nobody did in our industry. Apple to a certain degree, but not to that degree. That's the big challenge as we kind of discussed today, which is what does the next 3 months, let alone the next couple of years, have in store. But I think the good news is we've been around for 70 years. We've been through a lot of different downturns. We typically are very conservative in the best of times in terms of our spend, which can, by the way, sometimes not resonate that well with employees. And so what I think the things that we're really trying to do right now are identify growth opportunities, make sure that all of the people within our organization understand that there's some really positive things that are up in front of us. That being said, along the way, we are in a highly competitive environment that changes frequently. Therefore, expect that there's turbulence as we go along. We're going to communicate what we're doing. We're going to make sure that we're in check. We'll be interested in your feedback. So it's kind of making sure employees are on board and that they're aligned, and at the same time trying to really capitalize on these key growth opportunities and making sure that people rally behind them.